Drugs in the hood, now my niggas delirious, put a gun in my face. All because of my race, quick, boom, flash, put some skittles and murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father, give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauder. That's fucking taking our daughters, niggas, it's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, joke time. Either boot up, shut up, or get your ass up, cause we ain't got time to be playing. It's all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. Reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake America. Every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
All the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of things. Five, doing mine, the right shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'm gonna pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it, plus your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. That's the exact thing on which your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then a nigga fly. Hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then the missiles high. I can see him from the parking lot. Niggas finna fall out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit won't turn around. I never learned. This motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships, they brought us some fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
It's time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
The Suicide Squad in theaters and on HBO Max.
These are your brothers and sisters for the next few days.
I could be your friend, Milton.
Know my name. Tickets on sale now in theaters and on HBO Max. Rated R.
It's live though.
Take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got to write it first, the devil's redefining words.
Someday you'll pay the price.
No, I don't break the fold, I need and bake the dough and recreate the flow. They think they making though what they forsake is so essential. Open mentals, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Damn, if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man.
That creeping through my window, 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. That creeping through my window, 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Then keep it real with niggas, man. Most of y'all frauds. Look like you frauds. Y'all pussy niggas gon' ride for your dog. Right at your man. Put the dagger right in his heart. I'm playing my part. Definitely I'm playing it smart. And if I don't get you, then I'm coming for your brother then. Or his mother then. It's kinda crazy revenge settling. Rape, stole, and murdered the neighbors when they was settling. Coming in, out of the water that they was fishing in. I was raised in hell. It got dark when I was pedaling. White man harassing the block when we was pedaling. White man who also was the blood when we was pedaling. I would never fraud if I was on David Letterman. This is UPK and a Thomas Shabazz. When the Christ come back, I'm the right of the last. Got the Johnny Walker in me, and I'm all in my bag. I'm on my Friday the 13th with the gun and the mask. Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night.
Hey yo, the car and nacho, fucking doing crazy like he destined on the clock though. Righteous on the block though. The beat I catch a ride, but I always miss my stop though. Deeper with my story till I stuck it in the taco. Who's that creeping through my window? I ain't with the complications, I'ma keep it simple. Burn all black, black Dickie to the symbol. You gon' find exactly what you looking for in limbo. We gon' get it in though. Experience I live from 2036, I see my brother when it's been done. Every day I think about the trouble that I slid from. That's why I call the white man the devil, cause he is one. It's not a motherfucker, I think we should just forgive. That act right, gave a nigga reason to live. Give you extra if you take it back or you renege. See him creeping on Newport, that's sweet to say.
Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night.
Where's the competition? I'm bored with it. Stepping up to a bored mission. I keep 2 fours with it. Don't feel like a foreign hitter. This piece I'm adored with it. But you can get bored with it. You don't want to war with him. This hammer, I'm bored with it. You pray for my downfall, I just pray at the Lord with him. Taking every shot and I'm keeping the score with him. But this ain't a game. Ain't no back and forth with him. So quick, I'm just a kill. You can tell me that forfeit. Bitches ain't in him. That beef is takeout. This is steak dinner. I grip the stick, hit a switch and make you switch gender. That stretch 5 is too much, I make you switch center. That pressure on you gon' forget you a chain center. A warlord, don't show no pain, just put that pain in her. A pillar in the shit, you know it ain't no change in her. It's legit if you see it and my name in it. ISUPK, nigga. Get it.
Who's that peeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night. Who's that creeping through my window? 40 on me like I'm Winslow. Hit that nigga with that act right. I was fighting wars day and night.
I'm a UPK nigga, straight out of one West, no contest. We the best of the niggas who's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves, living in dirt and how it's a grave. Niggas crosswalk through the crosswalking or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. Americans killing us, saying they fearing us with the drugs in the hood. Now my niggas delirious with a gun in my face, all because of my race. Quick boom flash, put some skills and murder my ass. Like a chief to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping me water. So now we pray to the Father. Give strength to the Father that's looking for the water. Who's fucking taking our daughters, niggas. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, joke time. Keep the boot up, shut up, we get your ass up. 'Cause we ain't got time to be playing. It's all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave. slave, reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. Trying to imitate the viewers old fate. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Timeline, giving the world to expose the SHALAM. 5, doing my right shot. Getting lit is pastime, so in the middle, pass out. I hope you get it, if you get it, you can crash flying. Kind of simple if you feel it, catch your last line. But it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame, that's the exact thing on get your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then I let it fly, hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Devil is high. See him from the ball out, never finna ball out. Devils finna fall out, all out warfare, nightmares in the big house. The murdered us for years and thinking shit won't turn around. I never learned that this motherfucker burns out. Yeah, in the streets, told him to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. We rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them shit, they brought us fleets. Fuck they Apollo, bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is going to destroy his empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
And we're about to start up. Alright, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We're here in Killeen, Texas with the Wednesday night law class. Give it up. You know, and that song was so, so appropriate because woe is coming to America, man. Woe is coming to this wicked, for God-forsaken country, man. Because of the evils that is perpetuated in the lies that it tells the world, man. Telling, lies like Jesus Christ is white, that, slavery was really immigrants coming over here to work for free, I guess. The lies like that, man, and the lies that you can live your truth and be a homosexual and things like that. And because of those lies and those great sins, woe is coming to this place and destruction is going to be visited onto this land, man. Tonight's lesson is how homosexuality is against God and what kind of things, what kind of things come with that kind of lifestyle, that kind of life choice, that some people like to call it. You know what I'm saying? And, we're going to be bringing that out to you. I'm Priest and Officer Barakia. This is Priest and Officer Cal Kazai right here to my right. We're going to be bringing it out. Can you pull for me Genesis 13 and 12? I'm going to be bringing out, right now I'm going to talk to y'all, tell y'all a little story out of the Bible that most people know. The Bible kind of has fallen out of, common knowledge with younger individuals. Cats don't know many stories like David and Goliath and, Samson, and, I believe it was Samuel and the bear. But here in the Israelite School of UPK, we know all about these very important records in history and in time. And we know because of these records and because of our studying of them, we know just what kind of things fall into societies who practice certain lifestyles and instances, man. Read what you got for me.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 13, verse 12. Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan. And
This is a story about, Abram in the book of Genesis. Abram, whose name was changed to Abraham later.
and became the progenitor and the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a story talking about how he moved into, you know, how God showed him and she showed him the land that he was going to give his successor and his seed and his lineage after him, man. And his nephew as well. Go ahead, keep reading now.
And Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain and pitched his tent towards Sodom. 13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly.
Now, Abram, he was in a good plain, you know, good water, good resources. But because of an earlier fight that their servants had with, you know, mixing up livestock and things like that, they decided to separate because they were just so, you know, they were so successful. They were like, well, we don't have to, you know, stay so close together. So Abraham stayed in this valley, but Lot, he went to go stay towards a city called Sodom. And the Bible is referencing how wicked. Read that again, Art. What does it say? What does it call the people of Sodom?
The men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly.
They were wicked and sinners before God exceedingly, man. That's like you the LeBron James of sinning.
Right.
In the eyes of God. He wanted to make a special note of how disgusting, you know, your lifestyle was. And these are the people that Lot, you know, ended up, you know, falling into company with, you know, they became his neighbors, you could say. I go to Genesis 19:1.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 19 and verse 1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom.
Now the Lord sent 2 angels to go and bear witness to the sins of these people, man. The sins of these people in Sodom and Gomorrah. And they came into the town around even, you know, the sun's starting to set. It's starting to get out, you know, like around the time when your mama would call you into the house, when the light would come on down the street. So, you know, Lot sees these angels, and he goes to meet them. Keep reading that.
And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them.
And him seeing, he saw these angels in this disgusting, wicked city called Sodom and Gomorrah, and he was like, "Oh, snap! These are some righteous angels, some cats who shouldn't be out here after dark." And he went to go give them, you know, safety and go host them through the night. Is that the end of verse 2?
Lot.
Keep reading.
And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, verse 2, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways.
This is Salakia. My man Lot was begging these brothers to stay with him tonight. Don't get a hotel. That's some big brotherhood right there.
Right.
When a brother be like, "Nah, don't get a hotel. Nah, for real. You stay with me." Because Lot knows how wicked this city is. And what kind of characters come out after night. You know, the freaks come out at night in this city. And Lot begged these men, these angels who appeared as men, to stay, you know, to stay the night with him. He said, "I'm going to roll out the red carpet, man. I'm going to wash your feet. I'm going to cook you a big old dinner, man. You know, I'm going to give you a luscious bed. Everything that's in my house, I'll give you. Just stay the night, man. Spend the night here with me. All night. Don't leave. Don't go out at all." You know what I'm saying? Finish out verse 2.
And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night.
Now these angels got orders. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really about that. They was like, "Look, we here to do a job. We finna see what this city get like." You know what I'm saying? So keep reading verse 3.
And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him.
Now Lot was like, "Nah, man, y'all look. Now I'm not asking no more." He pushed up on him. He was like, "Y'all gotta step inside with me, man. Y'all gotta come to my house and stay with me, because being out here all night, you know, isn't, you know, you know, slack isn't really what it's gonna be about. But we're gonna bring that out. Go to verse 4.
Verse 4.
Kind.
But before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young.
But before they could go to sleep that night, there was a mob of individuals around his house, man. Imagine walking into a city and somebody run out to say, hey, what y'all doing out here? Hey, come spend the night with me, man. Come chill with me tonight, bro. Yeah, just come to the crib. Don't worry about it. You wanted to go where? Nah, the club. It ain't happening at the club tonight. Just ride with me. And before you can, you know, turn the lights off to go to sleep, you got a mob of people outside your house. Or keep reading that.
And all the people from every quarter, 5, and they called unto Lot, and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night?
Now the mob is all in unison. They like, where them cats that you let in your house tonight, man? Where they at? Bring them out. Keep reading.
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
Alright, so that's old English. Know them is old English terminology for have sex with.
Wow.
To lay with somebody.
I know that.
And the whole this is a mob of rapists outside of Lot's house, surrounding his house, trying to rape two new cats in town. And this is the spirit. This is the real spirit of homosexuality.
Right.
It's an aggressive group mob mentality, which is psychological studies have been, you know, made about mob mentality, man. Mob mentality is the reason why people let evil things go on. Mob mentality is the reason why one man can stab a woman in a crowd full of people and nobody does anything. Because they don't see anybody else doing anything. And that's sadly what's become in America today. America has the mob mentality of homosexuals. They see homosexuals taking over, you know, canceling this rapper, that rapper, saying you can't say this and you can't do that, and nobody is standing up to them. And so everybody in the crowd is just, hey, let them do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Let that brother, let that sister, you know, put on a, you know, whatever you like. Let that sister wear some fake facial hair, strap on a plastic. Go ahead, sir.
Man, you know what this remind me of, though? Like you just brought out. America, this is why they say, the scriptures say there is nothing new up under the sun, man. Because if you think about what we're back with, this is why the Lord has destroyed Gomorrah right there. You got these old sexual deviant, freaky demons trying to rape. They ain't trying to passively get it. They're trying to rape him.
That's right.
Now check this out. Now think about this though. Ain't it the same as today? I'm not giving you an analogy real quick. Like you just brought up. Now you got these LBGTLs, all these homosexual groups, right? Going against rappers, anybody who speaks up against homosexuality, man.
That's right.
They game them like back in this scripture right here.
Right.
Back in this time, it's the same way. Baby got them goddamn same demons around him, just like the angels had back in Gomorrah.
That's right. Hey, give him a hand. Right. And that's exactly right. Rappers like the Baby and Lil Boosie who want to say anything about not being a homosexual is gonna find a mob of homosexuals around their house putting their aggressive homosexuality on them, man. Forcing it upon them. Go ahead, sir.
If I could, the reason homosexuals have to move in a mob is because demons run in packs.
Hey, that's heavy.
That's how demons move. Demons, legion run in packs.
That's right.
They don't have any strength alone. And they had to move in a mob, and it was so spiritual that the angels, they said they wanted to go out in the city. They didn't want to go in the house. They wanted to view the city to see how the city behaved. And a lot of times, you know, we want to stay in the house to hide from the danger of the city. But you need to see what your city is really like.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Before you just want to move and have your family there, you need to know what you're living in. And that's why for so long our people love Christianity, because they don't really know what Christians are really like.
That's right.
They don't visit other churches.
Damn.
They don't visit around. You know what I mean? You gotta actually see if this is what we believe. This is, everybody should live like this. If I'm a Christian, I'm a follower of Christ, then that means I should live like a follower of Christ.
That's right.
So I should see other Christians living and thinking like me, because we're supposed to be one.
That's right. That's right.
The demons was one. Every one of these homosexuals,
ain't none of them.
they were one. And they were so much of one, they were all together. Right. They were mobbed together in the streets because they had one mind and one spirit.
That's right.
They was in one motion to do one thing to destroy.
That's right.
Right. So that's it.
Hey, the water, sir. Give Chris a tap. And that's so true and so heavy, because this is really just demonic possession. These people are following their lust, and they're so enthralled by the lust of their flesh that they have these demons now guiding them to where whatever fresh meat man is available, and they are gonna gather with other men to force that lifestyle upon that man that they like. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuals are the most you think Vladimir Putin is bad? Look, Vladimir Putin, he'll poison some people for sure. But you know what he don't do? He rarely creates an entire mob to spread communism across the planet Earth. Homosexuality has not become a lifestyle. It's become an agenda to take over and create power for certain pocket groups on the planet Earth, man. Right. So that they can one day become so powerful that you cannot deny homosexuality. You cannot say that, I disagree with homosexuality. At some point, that will become a hate crime. If this path continues on, to be canceled, to be fired, to say, hey, I ain't gay, that's how you get AIDS. That's the equivalency right now in America, 2021. That has more power to get you fired than saying the N-word at your job. Than saying nigga. You could call a cat a nigga, you might keep your job. You be like, oh, he didn't say that. This and that. But say that homosexuality is how AIDS spreads, and you're fired, man. You're not working this tour anymore. You're off the tour bus now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an aggressive, destructive spirit that's meant to destroy the fabric of society, man. You know what I'm saying? Stemming from pedophilia and leading back into pedophilia. It's all a web and a family of disgusting demons and lifestyles that destroy people and destroy their lives, man. But as we're reading, this mob of people is outside Lot's house, talking about bring out these two men, bring them out. They're making demands, like it's their right to have access to these brothers, to have their way with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Sodom and Gomorrah is homosexuality. Even leads into rape, which leads into murder, assaults. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Now you don't have to quote me. You could go find these statistics. Most statistics show that are actually conducted show that homosexual relationships often lead to more violent outcomes, which goes to death. There was a homosexual couple out of California a little while ago, adopted about 4 or 5 black kids, was abusing them in every which way and manner, and the inevitable outcome was that homosexual white couple drove those kids off a cliff, and they died. Now what's the spirit behind that? Don't you homosexuals argue that y'all create happier homes? Y'all create more free environments for these kids to express themselves? What kind of environment is safe for a child at the bottom of a cliff? Right. You know what I'm saying, man? And these things have to be, psychologically actually analyzed and historically looked at. You could just historically look at what homosexuality does to a society. From the Romans, you know, down to the good night. I believe the Ottomans were into that. You know, them Genghis Khan cats, because they would just do whatever the land would do. And if the land was into some freakisms like that, them got them what was that? Amalek called before they were like they Khazar, the Khazarians, Caucasians, all of them, man, practice homosexuality and rape culture in their societies, and they were always little in population, and were always subject to destruction from their neighbors because of their disgusting lifestyles, man. But keep reading that for me, please.
Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him.
Now Lot ran outside after hearing that terrible demand. He ran out the front door and shut the front door behind him. Keep reading.
And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
Now he's begging this mob of people. Imagine y'all see KKKs come out in the mob too, right? You know, they homosexuals as well. Imagine a mob outside, just like Rosewood and all that, man. Just like, you know, Seneca Village, and just like, you know, Black Wall Street, a mob of aggressive, angry homosexuals burning torches, and you just begging them, please don't do this. That's a voice in the wind. What do they call that? That's you know, it's a needle in a haystack. What Lot trying to do? He trying through desperation to stop what these people have made up their mind already to do, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? It's a brave endeavor, man. That's a loving thing to do, to try to fight. You know, Lot is a righteous man. He tried to fight against this group, this massive amount of homosexuals, for the safety and the protection of these people under his roof, for his brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do here in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We will take the battle. We will go to war. It'll be 1 to 1,000, 1 to 1,000,000 if it has to be. And we will always go to war for what's righteous, man. For what's right. For what's right for a black family, a Hispanic and Native American Indian family, man. And that's why every day we tell you that homosexuality is a sin, and it's wrong, and it's disgusting, man.
Right.
Because it is destroying your life. It's destroying the lives of your children. Just like drug addiction and alcoholism does, and so on and so forth, man. But keep reading, please.
Verse 8. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you.
Out of a great desperation, man, Lot is saying, look, man, don't do this to these brothers. Don't do it to them, man. Look, I'll even let y'all, you know, I'll even give y'all my daughters. Just please, you know, don't do it to them. Trying to reason with someone who's unreasonable. Trying to reason with a man who's ready to burn and rape everybody in this house. You know what I'm saying? A group of men and women ready to do all sorts of disgusting and violent acts against this household, man. Lot's trying to reason with these murderers for the men he has under his company. Keep reading.
And do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
Lot's saying, man, look, just don't do nothing to them, because they came under my roof to be safe. You know what I'm saying? And so I could protect them from things like this. I didn't know y'all was gonna even come out like this. Y'all stepping out big numbers, man. What's all this about? They only caught Lot caught them at the entrance coming into the city, man. You know, that's like the angels didn't even walk around the city, so everybody got to see. It had to spread from about a few wicked individuals at the gate being like, damn, who that? Oh, they know around here. They must not know what go down out here. Right. Oh yeah. Oh damn. You see Lot catching up to him. Oh, what Lot finna do? Oh damn. He running him to the house. He pressing him. He pushing him in the house. Oh, don't worry. We gonna get him. Don't worry, my man. A wicked and disgusting, evil spirit, a murderous intent behind the disgusting nature of these people, man. You know what I'm saying? But keep reading that. Call out your verses too, Bob Kashat. Oh, go ahead, Abon.
Just real quick.
And you know what I'm saying, this story is so heavy, man. It's like you said, like the priest said, that these angels even walk around the streets and be known that they're there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These homosexuals are super predators, man. Because
right.
what they want to do is they want to make everybody a sodomite. Because to them, that's fresh meat. That's fresh meat on the yard. What we gonna do with it? Their purpose is to make them a sodomite. So
Right.
That's right. That's right. Get out of hand.
That's right.
And that's how you know it's wicked and evil, man. That's how you know it's wrong. Because anybody who ever does anything wrong wants you to partake in the sins. All the way from Eve in the garden. She knew what she did was wrong and was evil because of her disobedience. So she had to share in that and had to convince her husband to do it as well. Right. That's what sin is. Right. That's how sin spreads, man. You try to come to your neighbor and your neighbor isn't equipped enough to combat your evilness, and you're more cunning because you know both sides now. You know how he thinks being only knowing good, and now you know what evil is like. You know how terrible it feels in your flesh to live with your sin, and now you got to convince him to do it as well, so you can convince yourself that you feel you're not alone at least. Right. You're not alone in the behavior, the repulsive behavior that you conduct, man. And that's where our sin comes from. That's why cats be passing little 13-year-old kids blunts and coming out of goddamn middle school. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they're drug addicts and they're trying to get the next generation to be drug addicts too, so they don't feel alone. Right. And that's a coward's move, man. That's a woman's move. Right. Quite literally. That's what Eve did in the garden. Man. You know what I'm saying? But keep reading where you're at.
Verse 9. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them?
Read that. Wow. Read that again. Read. Just go back a sentence. Read that again.
Now will we deal worse with thee than with them?
Look, the mob is so hot. They like, you know what, Lot, since you ain't gonna bring him out, we gonna do worse to you what we was gonna do to them. Damn. And that is to dissuade anybody else who has any form of righteousness in them to stand up, man. Because that's what homosexuals threaten just regular day people. Regular day people who are like, hey, don't do that over here, bro. Don't do that. I wasn't bothering your homeless. You keep your little twerkiness in the house. Me and my family, we over here. We not doing none of that. Right. And now somehow I'm demonized and I'm evil for these kinds of, antics. Right. When did it stop being a choice, man? Like y'all, homosexuals are the most aggressive people I've ever witnessed on planet Earth, man. They threatened a lot. They was like, you know what, man? You don't want to bring them out? No sweat. We gonna do to you worse than what we were gonna do to them. Right. Which shows you their intent all the way, man. They wasn't gonna, like Officer Corral brought out, this wasn't gonna be no sensual seduction. Right. You know what I'm saying? This was going to be some assault and battery to the first degree. You know what I'm saying? Some, aggravated assault type of situation going down. Right. And this was whole way in their mind to do. Not knowing that these men were angels and, messengers of the Lord, ready to lay down vengeance and destruction and justice and judgment on this wicked city, man. Keep reading where you at.
And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door.
Then they pressed up on Lot, man, started pushing up against the door to force their way inside and, have their way with, the group, the family that was in them, man. And you could use that as a metaphor for today. Right now, homosexuality is pressing up at your front door right now, right, trying to make its way in. And a lot of homes have already been, subject to that, man. A lot of brothers, a lot of brothers out there ain't whole way confident in themselves, get rejected by a female once or twice, and now you think you like, man, You know what I'm saying? Because you watch a little bit of YouTube and a lot of cross dressers have been talking and they got podcasts or whatever. Now you think maybe I like men. And you know, these women ain't really messing with me. It's probably because I never really liked them in the first place. You know, this is confusion. That's a sorcerer's trick, man. That's wizardry. That's witchcraft.
Right.
What these homosexuals are implementing nowadays to confuse the youth. These homosexuals are pushing their agenda through your front door, forcing it on your children, your babies, your kids, and yourself. And because you're not strong enough to push back up against the door and say, no, that's not right, and educate your family, now your whole family is subject to the agenda and the confusion that comes with that lifestyle, man. You know what I'm saying? The destruction that comes with it. Now instead of Zion Wade, you got Zion Wade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now instead of now you're, you know, good night, Will Smith's son, Jaden. Now you got a Jaden Smith. You know what I'm saying? He's saying Tyler the Creator is boyfriend at the concert. You know what I'm saying? Because you got something pretty good.
Oh no. I think his daughter said she's something weird. I can't remember what she said.
Pansexual.
Yeah, her daughter has sex with whatever provokes her mind, which is kind of
good night, man.
Like Calcas, I said, I think the brother is on to something too. Damn. You know, etymology says that she's attracted to pans and other dishes, bro. Like you gotta, what is it? What sense does this make? Tell me, man. Sexual arousal and things like that are as natural as breathing. You look, but because of the confusion and the witchcraft that's coming down from these wicked high places, your kids and you yourself cannot tell the difference, and you can't tell them one way or another because you don't know better.
Right.
You think that God loves everybody. You think that God loves homosexuals. Well, right here from the beginning, it says that God calls them exceedingly wicked. God calls homosexuals the LeBron James of sin.
Wow.
And you think these cats are some cool cats to hang out with.
Right.
These are the Michael Jordan of sin. He ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Because of your wicked leaders and the things that you've been taught, man, you don't know what's right, what's wrong, what's up and what's down. You know what I'm saying? You defend the people who are attacking your household. You know what I'm saying?
Like if I could real quick.
Go ahead.
Like that's how you know that this is an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we can't make this up. Because you can be aggressively homosexual and they constantly adding new letters to the LGBTQ element of P+. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be aggressively heterosexual. You can't be a man aggressive for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to love each other together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn. Like homosexuality being pushed into our cartoons for our kids. You know what I'm saying? It's being pushed in our music industry. Right. A brother could make insanely satanic and aggressively homosexual music video and perform.
He can go, down on the devil.
Right, and twerking all on the devil. But then a brother says, "Look, I don't care what y'all. I don't give a damn what y'all think is becoming popular and is gonna make y'all some more money. Right. I'm straight. I like women. I'm a man that likes women, and that's just what it is." That brother getting canceled. Just like we get on these streets and say we need Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to love each other, own each other. We get canceled. Our videos getting taken down and all of that, man. Salakia.
Right.
That's right.
That was incredibly heavy, priest, and that's so true. And that's how you know it's an agenda, because one, there is a side being taken, man. Just like how liberals have an agenda and Republicans have an agenda. Liberals will demonize what Republicans do, and Republicans demonize what liberals do. Well, if heterosexuality is demonized, and no matter what a homosexual does, it's praised, well, that's how you know there's an agenda behind it. That's how you know that somebody in power who controls what comes on your television agrees with one thing and doesn't care for any dissension on the other. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, man. You can't even be. Masculinity has become toxic. Right. somehow it's toxic for a man to be himself now. A man got to put on a goddamn tutu now to be accepted, and that's wicked in the eyes of the Lord. That's evil in the eyes of the Lord, man. What this society is perpetuating.
That's what I'm saying. What you just said, man. You know what? This is why I say this, man. You know, homosexuality. You're right. It's a gender. It ain't nothing new, and everybody wants to date. What's so bad about it is you get accepted faster by being a homosexual. Right. So you get condemned, like you say, masculinity. Ain't nobody want that no more. Cause everybody wanna. Let me tell you something. Women want a weak ass man. Salakia. They want the men that got their pants tight their own. Right. So this is my thing though. How do you expect us to fix us if you always condemning us for being us? Right. Because it says in the scriptures, ain't no effeminate man will enter the kingdom of heaven. Christ was an upstern man. We are Christ-like. We are being priests. If you can't deal with this masculinity, then how are we going to do? Like, how are we going to save our people? And on top of that, I was listening to the radio. It was a breakfast show. Now they was talking like this. They had a conversation. Charlemagne and them boys. Yeah. They was like, who do you feed first? Your husband or the kids? Right. You know what I'm saying? Or the women. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Everybody went with the damn kids. And Charlemagne said, let me tell you how homosexual Charlemagne is. He gonna say, you as a man can fix your own plate. Wow. Let them 12 and 11-year-olds eat first. Wow. So a dude came on there and was like, so even if we just came from slaving all day in the world, damn right. I was like, that's what he said though. And I'ma just say this, man. Listen to society today going against the grain of the Most High, man. That's right. That's right. Get out of hand too. Because you know, it's too commonplace. Now it's just regular, man. And it stems from this, you know, homosexuality becoming so normalized that men masculinity and femininity is starting to blur, and it's starting to become gray. You can't really see a separation, and that's how they want it. They don't want you to see. They don't really want you to be a man and exert authority over a woman as a man ought to. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to goddamn, they now it's gotten so damn bad. They want you to they run in your house now. They saying, look, your wife shouldn't even be making you a plate, big fella. Sit down somewhere. Go make your own plate. Go make your own plate. Let her feed them kids. Look, let me tell you something. My kid. Look, let me tell you something, man. Look, women. Look, men serve the family, and the family serves the man, man. I don't know what you think this is. A woman is made to serve her man. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, this whole, you know, women empowerment thing and men need to pipe down with their masculinity. What's the point of it all? Women don't want to do heavy lifting construction jobs. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a man's role in society, truly. You know what I'm saying? Some women might want to do some of that, and that, you know, that whatever. That's for them single oddball sisters, man. Or what, not oddball, but whatever sisters. But that's not what the majority want. Women like to look nice, sit back. They like to do nice things, look pretty and things like that, because that's in their nature. That's what makes them feminine. Men, we do, you know, gritty stuff. We talk rough. We crack jokes on each other. You know what I'm saying? A woman start cracking jokes on another woman, they think they got beef now. They're gonna be fighting in the streets. They're like, you know what she said about this and about that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a part of their nature. You know, they're easily, you know, women are easily offended, and now now it's getting so bad. Men are becoming easily offended. Right. You know what I'm saying? To the sense like things that shouldn't bother men, and things that should bother men don't. You know what I'm saying? Right. Homosexuality being pushed into your children's TV shows should offend you.
That should set something off in your mind where you're like, this is going too far. This is creeping into recesses this is in places that it shouldn't be. It really, there's only really one place for it. You know what I'm saying? In a fireplace. But now it's in your closet. Now it's out your side. Now it's not just outside your front door anymore. Now it's in your closet. Out the closet now, as homosexuals say, in the living room, sitting down, making a sandwich, watching TV. Watching TV with you and your kids, telling your kids it's all right if you want to be a boy princess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Telling your family, telling your wife, look, you don't gotta make that Negro plate. Tell him to make his own plate. I know you did a 12. I don't care if you did a 12-hour shift. Tell him you go feed them kids, sister. You a queen. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie that this society is telling our people, man. And we're biting for it. We're falling for it, man. And it's destroying. Men are now turning into women, and women are trying to turn into men. But that's not how this is gonna rock. And a lot of women are waking up to that. A lot of women and a lot of brothers are waking up to that and realizing that that's not even what they want. Women don't want to tell them. Women can't decide what to eat 99% of the time. Right. Baby, what you want to eat? Right. I don't know. All right, no sweat. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now you want her to make the decisions for the entire country? Right. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know what I'm saying? Don't let her try to run the household. She'll run it into the ground. Right. Running Negroes all up and through the house, eventually quitting them to go get with a whole nother nation entirely. Try to, thinking white men are better. Good night, man. We was up at the spot in the domain, man, and I seen some powerful souls. So they look like soul sisters. Look like all they talk to is black men. Got big old afros out to here, braids down their back. You know what I'm saying? Natural, beautiful looks, being escorted by dogs, man. With white men, man, in groups and packs like that. And I was like, this is wild. This is wild right here. And you know what? That's not even what they into. That's not even naturally what a woman is into. A woman likes a man who knows how to handle her, you know what I'm saying? Like handle her righteously, but handle her as a man should, you know what I'm saying? Right. Take care of her, protect her. A lot of y'all sisters got men who want y'all to protect them. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hear a bump in the night, you like, baby, what is that? He like, I don't know, I'm over here. Go check that out. Let me know when you find out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because masculinity is being broken down at its foundation because of movements like the homosexual movement, the LGBTQA community, and all of that, man. It's so bad now that you getting recruitments, man. You gotta be an ally to the homosexual community. Oh, kind of. Come on, let me get him over
You can stay right here for work, I ain't trying to take your class.
Oh, kind of.
But I would like to teach the class.
This is Precinct Captain 10 Stacks, man. Yahtazak, you know what I'm saying? Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? So we were just talking about, how homosexuality is destroying, the fabric of society and families, as well as, what men and women accept and fight against.
Let me ask y'all a question. With Afghanistan, right? When Afghanistan first when the Taliban took back over Afghanistan, what was the first thing they said they wanted to fix?
Say it again, sir.
When the Taliban took back over their land, what was the first thing they wanted to fix? And what was the first thing they attacked?
Was it the drugs?
American Embassy? No.
The oil industry? I think it was it the news station?
The women. The first thing they did was said, every woman that ain't got their head covered, they whooped their ass.
I remember.
Damn. You know why? Because not having your head covered was American. Right. You walking around with your head not covered, that was a sign that America was still there.
Right.
Even though we got America out of there and made them leave, they were still there spiritually by the way you dress and the way you look. And our people are so American, they don't understand what's not American. When Christ come back, the first thing we're going to have to do is get America out of your mind and your heart and your soul. And homosexuality is American. It is Western civilization.
That's right.
In your spirit. That's not an Eastern civilization thing. That's not something that we do. That's not something Arabs do. That's not something other nations really do. Well, Africans do it. You know, the Africans, that's where white people got it from. They got it from Africa.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? But Eastern civilization really is not into homosexuality. That is a Western civilization thing. And the first thing that they had to do was get their women intact. Because a house divided can't stand. And if you can destroy a woman's mind, then you can destroy the children. And then the children will destroy the next generation to come. So it's important that we are one in how we think and how we move. And homosexuality divides us.
Right. That's right.
You understand? It makes being a man and being a woman, it draws a line in between it. It makes being a woman wrong.
Right.
And it makes being a man toxic.
That's right.
It's always worked like that. Since the garden, the serpent attacked the woman. Why? Because Adam was too toxic.
Yeah, he ain't taking.
He told you what to do. He told you what not to eat, what to eat, and you know what? You could eat what you want to eat. He's trying to stop you from being a god.
Damn.
That's the first thing that was attacked, your masculinity. So in order for your nation and your family to be divided, a man's masculinity has to be attacked first.
That's right.
That's why when they had us in slavery, how did they attack our masculinity? Buck breaking. They had to show that you wasn't as strong as you looked. You could carry a trailer full of hay, run up and down dirt road with it.
Right.
But watch what you do when I make you bend over. Damn. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, what you bring out is heavy because all of the male black celebrities that have like physical strength, like Terry Crews or like any of like the brother that played in Green Mile, they'll be big and physically strong, but they put them in positions from a visual standpoint of being timid and weak. Like I remember they had the on the cover of a sports magazine, they had LeBron James, and he's like screaming like King Kong, and they got a white woman like this with her hand on him, like he's a pet, or like I can control him.
Right.
So
that's exactly what they have to attack. They have to attack your masculinity and your strength to make it look like he's not so scary. Don't be afraid of him. And this was so beautiful what happened in Afghanistan because it shows you exactly why white people will never free you. If they ever gave you a chance, if they ever trained us, they ever gave us blacks, Hispanics, and Native American training with weapons and did all of and invested $80 billion into training us so that we could protect ourselves, the first opportunity we would get, we would fight against them. And so they do it with other nations, and they look back at us and say, see, this is why we'll never do it with them. Because look what they did. We invested 20 years into them.
Right.
We invested 20 years into them, and the first opportunity they got, they bit our hands. They think we're going to invest something into them? Only thing we're going to invest to them, we're going to invest into their women. Damn. We're going to give their women the jobs. We're going to give them the Section 8, the food stamps, all of those things. We're going to make them stronger than the man. Put them in a better position than the man. And we're going to make the man suffer. If he get one strike against him, we're going to lock him up. If he get 2 strikes, we're going to hide him for 20 and 30 years. 3 strikes, he's gone.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They attack your masculinity so you won't want to protect your house, so you won't want to defend your house, so you won't want to raise your kids, so you just let everything just go. And that's why our nation is destroy and being destroyed.
That's right.
Go back to where you were at in Genesis real quick. Go back to that, and I want to show you something. What was that? Genesis 19. And read the where is it? Where's the part when it said from the oldest to the youngest?
Okay.
Show me that. Read me that part.
The book of Genesis chapter 19 verse 4. But before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young.
Both who?
Both old and young.
What does this mean about the young people?
If I could, that they're being subject to, you know, that lifestyle as well. Like
But bring it home.
That they was fully persuaded. They was down there.
They were fully conformed to the American way. They were fully conformed to the way of Sodom. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you got to get out of you. You got to get the mindset of America out of you.
Right.
Homosexuality is not a black problem. It's an American problem.
Right.
If we can get our people to go back to... Watch this. What did the Arabs say they were going to rule their land by?
The sword?
By their holy book.
Right. Well, what did they call it?
The Quran.
By the Quran. They said, don't y'all feel it's wrong that y'all gonna be doing this to the women and doing that? No, we don't. Because according to the Quran, this is Sharia law. And this is how we're supposed to operate. So don't you feel it's wrong that the way y'all judging these men in here, y'all cutting their hands off if they steal, y'all stoning them if they commit adultery? No, because this is our law. You know who thinks it's wrong? America. Because that's not their way of life.
Right.
That's not their way. And that's what they push when they go into these lands. They push their culture, their lifestyle, their way of thinking. What we're going to have to do is get their life out of our mind.
That's right.
That's the only way we're going to be able to fix it. And they have found a way to engrave homosexuality in our minds.
Dang.
So whatever's in your mind, where does it come out of? Your actions. Whatever you think, that's what you do. As a man thinks, so is he.
Right.
So you think it's okay, then you'll do it.
Right.
But if you don't think it's okay, and if you have a consequence for doing it, then you won't do it. What's the consequence for homosexuality? Nothing. You get rewarded for it.
Right.
They counsel straight people. They call it homophobic. Nobody's afraid of gay people. Phobia is something you're afraid of.
Damn right.
Go ahead.
No, Salakia, they are afraid of them.
Right, stop. Give them a hand. Because if you go against them, you're going to lose your job.
Right.
So now they are making you homophobic because you want to keep your job or keep your house. Or they are making you afraid. But Negroes are not naturally afraid of homosexuals. No. Because a man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's right. No matter what he got on, a dress or the basketball shorts. That's what it is.
That's right.
And they are destroying you mentally first. That's where the psychological destruction comes from. Right. It comes from your psyche. It comes from your mind. And once they can get into your head, then they can get into your actions. That's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is convincing you to act like them. Looking at their way of life and saying, that's fine. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, what you bring out is so heavy. You allowing your kids to celebrate birthdays, Christmas, Easter, it's the setup for homosexuality.
Right.
And a parent or mother might say, wait a minute, what does Christmas and Easter got to do with homosexuality? Because what? You doing it for the what? For the kids, so they can have fun. But then when your kid come to you at 6 and 5 years old or 8 years old, they say, I don't feel like I'm a boy. I feel like I'm a girl. Then how do you feel as a parent? Well, I have to support my child. I got to do it for the kids, right? I just want to bring out this precept real fast. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. I'm listening to this whole, everybody speaking, and I'm like, you can see how it's built up. You put also Quran brought out that he was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they was talking about who do you feed first in the household. And he said all the men was like, man, feed the kids first. You should go to the kids. And then he said, well, the man should go ahead and fix his own plate. And he said the brother asked, like, well, he didn't work a 12-hour shift. He came in to work, and he should still fix his own plate. Hell yeah, he got all the strength. They want us to use our strength to serve the women, which ultimately means to serve the children, and then the children. What does a child know over the elder? But the children become our oppressors, and the women become our rulers. Why? They're telling us, the kids need to eat first. You go fix your own plate. This whole house, I'm paying for the lights, for the gas, for everything. Instead of the woman saying, children, go bring your daddy that plate, giving him the honor and respect. You need to go bring his plate. Then you bring me my plate. Then y'all sit down and y'all feed each other and show each other brotherhood and make your own place together. Keeping the Lord's order.
Right. And that's the thing. Give him a hand. Because the order of the Lord. Let me tell you something. If you would have asked that question in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, listen, them kids better come in here and fix their own plate, because the women understood that the man ate first. Whether he worked a 12-hour shift or he didn't work a shift at all, the respect still went to the man because he was the man. Right. But this society teaches you that it teaches you the world so backwards. It teaches you to think so backwards, and that's why everything is so backwards. That's why we get no respect. That's why we get no honor. That's why we have no protection, because our leaders, our people that's supposed to protect us and keep us in line, are teaching us backwards.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead,
And then I'm also piggyback on what you just said, because that's crazy. You brought that up with the 50s and 40s and all that, to back in the day. Because they said tradition. And what Charlamagne said, we need to forget tradition. And that's how you teach yourself. Like, once you start, that's what we are doing today. That's why we don't know the holy holidays today. You go ask over 1,000 people what they know about the Feast of Tabernacle, the blow of trumpets, all them holidays there. They don't know nothing about them. Right. But they know about Christmas. They know about all these pagan holidays. That is because you forgot your traditions and you don't want to get them back.
That's right. Listen, yeah, man. Let me tell you something. That's the thing that we do that keeps us at the bottom.
Right.
Nobody else says to forget the things from the past. America says, remember 9/11, never forget. Remember Pearl Harbor. Remember the Alamo. Remember the Holocaust. Remember everything that happens in history. We're the only ones that's told to forget it. And guess what? You grow up, and now Charlamagne, a grown man, and he's saying, forget the traditions. Now, we forgot traditions. What else did we forget? We forgot our nationality. We forgot who we were. We forgot what God we serve. We forgot what to eat. We forgot what to sleep with. Since we didn't pass it down from generation to generation, we forgot ourselves. Now we're utterly destroyed. Now we done forgot what to sleep with. Now you don't even know if you whether to sleep with a woman or a man. Damn. You done forgot every order or tradition that the Lord gave you to keep you wise above all people. Right. Like, we're supposed to have the wisdom on this earth that makes everybody follows and listen to us, because it's wisdom that we have come from the Lord. Right. But guess what we did with that wisdom? Forgot it. Right. We forgot it. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
That's what they do. They put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. They make darkness light. That's right. They make homosexuality right. They make that thing that's bad, they say that's good. Right. And they make the thing that's good bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? You are frowned upon. Do you know that gay people frown upon straight relationships? Right. They frown upon it. Right. They act like that's the old way. That's they still caught back up in the old age and all that. When that's the only way you can bring life.
Right.
They won't. The doctors won't use gay people's blood. Gay people can't go give blood.
Right, that's fact.
Gay people can't give blood.
Right.
Why? Because
it's
a risk.
It's a risk.
It's a risk of death,
It's a risk.
not life.
Right.
So that thing that they doing is destroying people. Matter of fact, somebody give me Isaiah 13 real quick.
Right. Before you
Go ahead.
say something, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how they promote and how they promote and how homosexuality is the propaganda. You got Carl Nassib. He's the defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders. He came out earlier this year and saying he was gay. And you know, he got the highest bought jersey. He got a first class visit to the White House. They make it seem like if you come out of the closet now, you get praise. You're gonna let me take your jersey. You're gonna get money, and that is what they show our people, man. And you know, like we say, man, we the salt of the earth, man. They been trying to turn us homosexuals, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. They been succeeding.
Right.
Like we lead homosexuality. If you think about it, ain't no homosexual can do it better. We do everything wrongful or better the best. You got RuPaul, you got goddamn Dennis Rodman. You got all these people playing Shanae. Remember, you got all these people who want to play homosexuals and stuff.
Right.
But nobody can do it better than us, man.
Right.
So that is why when you get Miss Doubtfire, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh, man, whatever.
Right.
They don't become popular. But let us become a homosexual and do the act. We're going to get all the praise. We're going to guess what then? Then you're going to be able to see the president.
Good night.
Hey, he touching on it, right? So what you said was they put darkness for light and light for darkness, right? So you said that the serpent attacks the woman.
Right.
So like he said, when Jamie Foxx played Wanda, when Martin played Shanae, when Eddie Murphy played them characters, right? Who are they imitating? A black woman. Who do white homosexual men imitate? Black women. But then what's deep about this is the woman put the serpent right by her. She put that spirit right by her. Who does she want to go shopping with? Her gay friend.
Yep.
Who she want to get dressed in front of? And oh, you think this is cute? Her gay male friend. Who she want to go talk to and vent to and bring her girls to the club and get drinks with? Her gay friend. Oh, he's harmless. And he's sitting there. And the heavy part about it is that exactly he hates her because we was in a clubhouse room. And you had men who were transitioning into women saying, the woman was like, well, if y'all are women, then what are we? Well, the word women is fluid. You can't just assign it because you have sisters, because you have a box. You can't just assign that you get woman because you have breasts that release milk. That's not what defines a woman. You didn't have you had your gay buddy by you so long, and he hates you, and he plotting on you. Now he's like, you're not even what you are. We gotta be you. You gotta, in order for me to exist, you gotta die.
Hey, watch this. Now I'm gonna show you how what you just said ties right back into what I said. That's exactly how the white man got on the throne.
Right.
He's a culture bandit.
That's right.
He steals your culture. That's the exact same thing white people do. They steal your culture and your identity. They sit on side of you for so long, learn how to rap, learn how to do all that, and now if you type in who's the greatest rapper of all time, they gonna say it's Eminem.
Or Marshall Mathers.
They gonna say, listen now, that is what they have always done. They've stolen your culture, and now they're doing it to women. And now women feel the effect of it when they run track with men that say that they're women. And now these men are beating their world records.
Right.
But they was their best friend
Salaki or beating their ass.
Oh yeah, in the ring.
Beating their ass. Yeah. They sit there lumped up. Now, if a masculine man even raise their voice, they speaking violence. But you can let a man act like a woman beat your ass, and you like, well, I gotta support the LGBTQ. And your eyes swollen, your lip busted.
Listen now, let me tell you, that's why affiliation is important. You can't affiliate yourself with those type of people.
You can't.
Because now, if you affiliate yourself with it, then that means you agree with it.
That's right.
That's what it is. So if you affiliate yourself with homosexuality, then you agree with homosexuality.
Right.
You got gay friends and all that, and that's fine. You don't care about it. You let them do their thing, and you don't care. No problem. So that's what happened with your boy Polite. Your boy Polite, he fought for pedophilia. He affiliated himself with pedophilia and ended up being a pedophile.
Damn.
Listen, like rich people always say,
God damn.
Rich people always say you can tell if you're gonna be a millionaire by the people you hang around.
That's true.
You can tell how much money you're gonna make by the people you hang around. Well, you can tell what type of mindset you have by the people you hang around.
That's right.
If you affiliate yourself with people that live their lifestyle, you're gonna accidentally fall into it.
Man.
You're gonna accidentally do it.
It's a lot, if I could. And that's the thing too, like Dwayne Wade and his sons, he was cross-dressing. His son's a cross-dresser. He ain't fight it because he wants to support it. And because he wants to support it, that automatically sends a red flag in my mind. This cat must be an ally. And if you
Salaki, D-Wade came out through his son.
Right.
Damn, bro. His son, listen now, his son wearing dresses, he wear dresses.
Damn right.
Why? To support his son? Listen now. I'm not wearing no dress to support nobody.
Damn right.
That's right.
Can I select you, y'all? It really go back like y'all just said though. The reverse. How America teach the reverse. I don't think it was nothing about Dwayne Wade. It was Gabrielle Union with her wicked behind. I'll put it like this. If Gabrielle Union say it's okay, Dwayne Wade gonna say okay. You know why? They done took out the masculinity from the men. You can't listen, that's why they say this, man. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, man. Dwayne Wade don't stand for nothing. He has no foundation. He has no masculinity behind him. All he doing is chasing Gabrielle Union, man. And that is why his son is about to become a woman.
Yep. No, his son is a woman.
No, that's Salaki. See, you know what's so heavy about this? I watched Dwayne Wade on a video playing basketball on the court with his son. He had pink hair. He's guarding his son. His son is challenging his father. And Dwayne Wade's guarding him, and it looked gay. He had the pink hair. He's on his behind, and his son is like, "Get off of me!" You know what I'm saying? And Dwayne Wade got masculine with the pink hair and the son. I ain't gonna give you the win. And I said, look at this. You have this war spirit on the court. Brothers is on the football field with a war spirit, heavy impact, cracking in the brothers. Right. But then they smack each other behind the locker room. If you watch that show Spartacus, you had warriors that were killing men in the ring, but then they were having sex with men when they left the ring. Mm-hmm. So we know that masculinity is not in physical force of violence. It's in the spirit, man. It's in the spirit, because they feel like because I do this on the court, I'm still a man. I can wear, like, you got brothers who are like Young Thug. We know he has a street record, right? He out there getting busy in the streets, sliding on brothers, but he want to have blonde hair and wear a pink shirt. Gunner just bought him a pink Bentley. Oh, I can be a man and rock pink and rock purple. It's turning darkness to light and light to darkness, trying to redefine. Right now, they're about to pass a law, Saran, to where they're taking gender off of the birth certificate.
Right, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I ain't get no more numbers after that.
Listen, that is the exact same thing that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
From the young to the old. From the youngest to the oldest, they had this mindset. They were fully bought in to Babylon. Now read Isaiah 13 and 19.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
But let me tell you what's going to happen though. America in its beauty, with all its riches, are going to be just like it was when the Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because this is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
The same way he He destroyed them from the youth all the way up to the old. It's the same way he gonna do it now because they got the same spirit as the Babylonians. They got the same spirit as the men of old. And watch this. If you go up to verse 14, no, if you go up to verse 13 and read down, it's today. Everything that we read in this chapter, all the way down to that, is happening right now, today.
That's right.
Watch, read that. Verse 13.
Verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove
Go ahead.
And the earth shall remove out of her place.
Go ahead.
In the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
The Lord is shaking the rich. He's destroying the rich and knocking them out their place. You see how that Afghanistanian president left? He left like a thief in the night.
Yo, he was just like,
listen, he got on that plane at night at the nighttime and left the government. The rest of the governors didn't even know he was gone.
Damn.
They said he got on a plane with nothing but money. It was so much money on his helicopter that nobody else could ride with him.
damn.
That's what they said.
Probably me the money.
Keep reading now. Read 14.
Verse 14. And it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
That's exactly what you're seeing right now.
Right.
All people are turning back to their own people. They're taking over their own land. That's what has to happen before our king returns. America can't be everywhere because it say the kings of the earth will mourn.
Damn.
America being in their land will be the king over the earth. It has to be everybody weeping and wailing when America gets destroyed in their land. It's not, the scripture don't say that America gonna get destroyed in Afghanistan. America's going to get destroyed in America.
Right.
So what has to happen? It'd be as a chase roll, as every man turning back to their own people, back to their own land. A chase roll is a deer on the run.
Right.
A deer in headlights, running from the lights. That's what's happening. America is running back home. He ran when the time that Israel needed them, fighting against the Iranians.
Right.
He ran when the Haiti president was killed.
Right.
He just ran in Afghanistan. You know what that's making them look like? All his allies are now saying, why should we join with them? Why should we constantly be with them? If when times get hard, they're going to run.
Right.
Now everybody's second guessing them. Keep reading.
15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Everybody that's joined unto America, you black people that's joined unto white people, you homosexuals that join hands together, you're going to be thrust through because you're found in sin. You're found living in the spirit of Babylon.
Damn.
Keep reading.
Sir, can you bring that back one time?
Read it again.
I'm easy, like, I'm just like they do in the URL. Bring that back.
Go ahead, read it again.
15. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Keep going.
16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Go ahead.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
As America leave all these lands, and these people are getting their nation and countries back in order, you know what they're doing? They're going door to door, house to house, getting all the wickedness out of their house. Oh, you was joined with America when they was here? We killing you. Oh, you was joining them? You was one of their puppets? We killing you. Oh, your kids in here? They dying too. You seeing this happen right now. That's why all them Afghanistani people are trying to leave, because they were kissing America's behind while they was in the land.
Right.
While America was there, was like, hey, America. And then now America gone, all them Taliban was seeing them say, hey, America. It's just like Peter.
Wow.
Wasn't you with him? Wasn't you with him? Nah, I ain't know him. I don't know America. I never knew him. That's what's happening now.
Right.
And it's so bad that the people was willing to climb on the plane and fall off the sky.
1,000 feet.
Because either way it go, they knew they was gonna die. Keep reading.
Man.
17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes.
The
Medes.
The who?
The Medes.
The Medes. Who's the Medes?
The Iran.
That's Iran. That's Afghanistan. That's Pakistan. That's the stands.
Damn.
That's what it is. That's all the stands. Keep going.
Against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Listen, man. When they come to the door with that Sharia law, they not taking payment time.
Good night.
Hell no.
When they come to the door with that hatchet, they're not taking no money. You can't give them nothing. They will have no delight in your bread. They'll take your bread after you dead. They be like, show me where it's at. So when I put your head next to your ankles, I can pick it up and take it home. Keep going.
18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Go ahead.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
And that's how it's going to be with us too. When Christ comes back, it's going to be that same thing you see happening in Afghanistan. We're going to do that across the world. This is so beautiful, and this is why I love being in the truth, because the way the Taliban's, they are setting up their kingdom, they're setting up everything, and they're going to have to report to us.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. Right. Christ's going to come back, and he's going to come and let them know, all right, listen, you report to Karab. Karab, you let me know if anything go wrong, this and this, you teach them this. Guess what Taliban mean in English?
Like a group? What does it mean, sir?
What Taliban mean in English? Student.
Oh, look at you.
That's what it means. Give her a hand. Taliban means student. That's spiritual.
Super spiritual.
That's spiritual. What's the name of this school? What is this? The what?
The Israelite school.
The Israelite what?
School.
The Israelite who?
School.
They gonna get in class. They're gonna be students. Why? Because that's what the Lord said He wanted from the beginning. He wanted us to teach them. They're gonna all be students. There's gonna be one God, and they're gonna learn our law the way they know Sharia law. That's gonna be the world government.
Wow. You know.
Go ahead,
No. Hey, I'm about to just say, so that's so heavy because Osama bin Laden, before they murdered him, he said he was a student in America. That when he was Taliban. Damn right, that's so crazy.
Yeah, Taliban means student.
That means student.
Go ahead.
Salakia, the only teacher that's been in the earth has been the wicked. And they called America the great Satan. So it's deep because when Christ show up with the power and he destroy America, half of them countries gonna be like, Most High in Christ.
Right.
That they gone anyway. So when they see the power, they like, well, you the power. And you always bring it out, Saran, that the Lord said, had I sent you to a strange people, they would have fell in line right away anyway. It's my people that are hard-headed and wicked and don't want to change their ways and stuff.
That's it.
It's so heavy what you saying, Saran.
That's exactly right. It's finna get heavier. Keep reading.
And sir, you know what's so crazy, man? We do this every single week, man. With our knucklehead people.
Oh yeah, they don't want to hear nothing.
They don't want to hear nothing. And it's so sad though because our brotherhood, it sees that nonsense that we own to where we don't even want it to be a third, to 2/3. But it got to be, because if it's not, they will not learn. They will still put it like this, man. I'm putting it like this, man. And it's so real, man. And this is why I gotta say this, man. The water Yahweh shot, because we come from this truth. It ain't no friends. You're gonna be hated. Christ said this. Grab your cross and move like me. Meaning you're gonna be hated. That's why he said, what they said to you, they said to me first. He let it be known. They called him the devil. They called him a sorcerer. They called him everything America wants you to do. You're
Right.
being Americanized. You're being, like I said in my class about a couple of weeks ago, you just adapted to American society.
Right.
You adapt to the American ways, so now you want to be American. And guess what though? Like you just read, your behind will be thrust through, and you will be murdered. And your youth is going to get dashed to pieces. It ain't no running away from this truth, man. And that's all I gotta say.
And that's the coldest part about it is you doing it for the kids, but you gonna get the kids killed.
Damn.
Right.
You can't run from the justice that the Lord gonna bring. The Lord gonna do it to the kids too, because it's your fault for having them in wickedness.
Right.
And what he gotta do is purge evil from the earth. That's what's happening. The Lord is gonna purge the evil out of the earth.
Damn.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna get rid of the wicked. Keep going now.
Verse 20.
19.
It's like verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
See, the Babylon, that's America. The Chaldeans, they are known for having great wisdom and great knowledge. And America is known for having great wisdom and knowledge and war and fighting and economics and all of those things. Well, them and their beauty, keep going,
shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
And how did he overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah?
With fire and destruction.
With fire and destruction. The Lord is going to bring flames on America.
Damn.
He's going to burn this place up. And what's going to happen? Keep reading.
Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited.
And what?
It shall never be inhabited.
America will never. Let me ask you something. What has been built in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah? Nothing. It's still sofa. It's still asphalt. It's nothing. That land cannot be inhabited. That's how America's gonna be. This whole land, this whole plot of land that we own now, it'll never be lived on ever again when Christ come back. It'll be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Keep reading.
Stop with Salaki. 1 second. I gotta just say this. And you know how people be always saying they want to come to America from different countries. Right. How this what do you call it, landscapes? The landscapes is so beautiful and this and that. It just said it will not be inhabited. So when you see California, when you see the Arizona, the Great Canyon, all these places, you see the damn the temples in Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You see all these great landmarks. It is what it say, Takazak, it will not be inhabited, man.
Keep reading.
God damn.
Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tents there.
Neither shall who?
The Arabian pitch tent there.
Neither shall the Arabians
put a name on it.
pitch tents.
Damn.
This is letting you know. This is letting you know, man. This is the Lord showing you. The Arabs won't even be able to put. You know, the Arabs throw up a tent anywhere.
Anywhere.
In the desert, any dry place. Nah, they won't be setting up no tents in America.
Wow.
Man. Nah, not when the Lord get through with it.
And Saran, if I could, you know, you had brought out earlier about how America says remember everything, right? Everything that happens in the Alamo, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. The Lord is going to use America for everybody else to remember, like how we say, like how Sodom and Gomorrah was a mark that as a sign to homosexuals. If you live like this is going to happen to you. America has to be known from time immemorial that the wickedness that happened here, nobody can set up shop here ever again. Ever again.
Right. What was the last one he did that to? What was the last time he set up shop?
You talking about the Lord?
To remember how he destroyed the people. What was the last one? Egypt.
Damn right.
So you got Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was before Egypt.
Right, it was, that's true.
First you had the flood.
Yep.
The flood was first. Right. They came back after the flood and Sodom and Gomorrah happened. So he smashed on them with Sodom and Gomorrah. Then after Sodom and Gomorrah came, then what happened? He did it with Egypt. Now he ain't did it like that since Egypt. This one gotta be bigger than Sodom and Gomorrah, gotta be bigger than Egypt. That's why it says the strangeness of our salvation.
Wow.
It's going to be so big. Dead people are going to be walking in the streets. You're going to see UFOs all in the sky. It's going to be, they're going to be dropping stuff out the sky. It's going to be something that people talk about for generations and generations and generations to come.
Right.
And nobody will ever, you think you're talking about a haunted house, haunted land.
Good night.
Nobody will ever want to come up. They'll be scared to step on this ground over here. Hold on, let me finish this scripture real quick. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Listen, let me show you how great the Most High is. Whose houses got took when America came?
The Native Indians.
Native Indians.
No.
Oh, Slovakia, the bison, the buffalo.
Animals.
The animals. Damn right.
The animals were killed when white people came over here.
Right.
They came over here, and this house, this place that we in right now, used to be trees. Deers used to run through here.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The Lord gonna take you right back there.
That's right.
He gonna make it a desert, a jungle, a safari again.
Damn right, sir.
And the animals will get their house back. They'll be able to run around and not have to worry about nobody hunting them. Nature will take its course. That's why your cement cracks every 7 years.
Right.
Because grass is trying to grow from under it. Because
Right.
grass naturally grows. Cement doesn't.
Right.
So nature has to take its course again. The wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. You understand? And their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. All kind of bugs and lizards that you never seen before will be back over here in the earth. Read verse 22, this is the last one.
Verse 22. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. It's like pleasant palaces.
What dragon is he talking about? Komodo dragon. Big old lizards, alligators, crocodiles.
I got a question go after this though.
Okay, go ahead.
No. I'm not right now,
Okay.
but it was, listen, it was spoken in, that dude brought out, in, was it not Noah, what's the dude, Job. It was brought out in Job.
Leviathan.
There's a fire, listen, it spoke about a fire breathing, smoke coming out the nose, animal. What was that, sir?
What is a fire-breathing dragon today?
A woman.
No. Good answer. But that ain't it. What's a fire-breathing dragon right now?
It's a reptile?
You got machines, you got
Oh,
you know, all sorts of things like that. You got machines that, armored trucks that shoot fire.
Y'all seen Manifest?
I'm saying,
Y'all seen Manifest?
I haven't seen
it. I'm gonna let it go. Now, it was a prophecy in the Manifest when they talked about the silver dragon was flying over the boat. And what he was seeing was a what?
Airplane said it was silver.
Thank you. But what did he call it? Silver dragon. Because that was the only thing he could relate it to from his time. You see what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of the stuff that's said in the Bible is based off of things they could relate it to. Like the UFOs are called flying rolls.
Right.
Why? Because they couldn't, they would have said it looked like a CD.
Right. If they had
a CD. But now they have to use a roll because it looked like a biscuit roll. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they had to describe a lot of things. So a lot of these things are described in a way that they had from the things that they had to use the illustration of. Right. That was the verbiage they used from their illustrations from what they could see physically.
Right.
Alright?
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. So basically, you could say fire and dragon be a weapon, or that's another term for it.
Like a plane that shoots fire.
Right.
A plane that shoots, a shooting plane. That's a fire-breathing dragon to somebody in the past. If somebody from BC came to the future and saw a futuristic event, and they saw what's one of them planes? Give me one of them numbers.
B-52 bombs.
Yeah, one of them bombs, and it's dropping bombs. They would be like, it was a fire-breathing dragon flying around, dropping fire from the sky. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what. That's the only thing that they can correlate it to.
Real quick though, I gotta say why the Most High is so amazing, man. Because see, America. Let me tell you about America, man. And then honestly, what Daniel had prophesied in the prophecies, man. Listen, he is so. The Lord is so deep to the point, like Captain Yazaki had brought out earlier. You had the flood. Then you had Sodom and Gomorrah. Then you had Egypt, right? Now, he's going to make an example out of America because they want to one-up all three of them. We got all three of them in one right now today. We got all the wickedness you can imagine. We got homosexual legalized. Listen, we have goddamn war crime all the damn time. They killing us every day. Right. Every day they just murder us for no reason. In Louisiana, guess what? Do you know you go to jail and prison for life because they said so? They got a 12 jury, all white folks. Where's that in America? Nowhere else, man. Let me tell you something, man. America, you know how we say we're gonna one up on some brotherhood stuff. We're gonna one up anybody who does us beforehand, right? Guess what America did? They one up all of them, and guess what's going to happen to them? They're about to get one up in their destruction.
That's right. It's like just to get the scriptures to what Officer Corral was talking about. The scriptures say that America is spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. So it's a combination, right? And then like how Captain Yazaki was saying, and it say I think in Jeremiah that the Lord is not going to be remembered anymore as the Lord that brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, but the Lord that brought the children of Israel up out the lands of the north. You know what I'm saying? His victory and destruction over America is going to be what we remember going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like how they say remember 9/11, we're going to remember the Lord destroying this place and us getting put back in our land.
That's going to be a new feast day. That's going to be a new holy day. Just like the Passover is the remembrance of Egypt. It's going to be a new feast day. When that comes, that day is going to be a day we remember forever with a feast. That's right. With a celebration.
And Most High Christ.
Somebody give me 2 Peter 2 and 4.
This book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell.
Well, who are the angels that sinned that were cast to hell?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel were the ones that sinned and got out of their rulership place and were cast down into being crackheads, cast down to being homeless, cast down to being the people at the bottom, in hell. Go ahead.
And delivered them into chains of darkness.
Chains of darkness. What's the chains of darkness? I'm African American. I'm black. Right. Darkness, not knowing who you are, not having the light in you, not understanding anything. You've been locked up in chains of not knowing nothing about yourself. Go ahead.
To be reserved unto judgment.
To be what?
Reserved unto judgment.
To be reserved until the day that you come out of darkness into what?
The light.
The light. That's when your judgment is over. Your punishment ends when you die and you start to live again. Do y'all understand that? You die and start to live again. That's the first death. That was the punishment. When you come back into this life, you are living out your judgment. Then you find the Lord. Then you come into the truth. Now that's over with. Now it's time for you to go forward into the truth.
Right.
Now it's time for you to go forward into the light. That's why the Lord say, don't hide your light under a bushel. You got to set it up before men so that they can see, so that they can get out of darkness. That's the only way. They got to see the change in you. And the change can't be halfway. It got to be totally different. So the people that really want to change can say, man, nah, what's up? What you on? What you doing now? And you can give them a way out of those chains. Keep reading.
5. And spared not the old world.
But spared not who?
The old world.
Go ahead. Now he finna correlate it to the Bible. Now he finna correlate what's going on with you to the scriptures. Go ahead.
But saved Noah, the eighth person.
Did what?
Saved Noah, the 8th person.
Go ahead.
A preacher of righteousness. Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
How did Noah get saved? By doing what? Being a what?
Preacher of righteousness.
Being a preacher of righteousness. Noah was saved because of what he taught. How do you get saved? You have to come in here and you have to learn the right way to live.
Right.
That's how you get saved. That's the only way you're going to get salvation. Is to change your life. If you're living a homosexual lifestyle, you're not going to get saved. You're not, because your life teaches darkness.
Right. That's right.
Your lifestyle is not teaching light.
That's right.
You can teach. Women can be teachers.
No, that's real.
You can be a teacher. The way you teach is by the way you act.
Right.
Because people learn from how you act.
That's right.
Chinese, listen, what's that girl? Kylie Jenner?
Right.
With the lips?
Kylie.
Yeah, she learned how to live by watching black people.
That's real.
Now she's rich.
That's right.
It's the same thing that you gotta teach righteousness but through your behavior. Keep reading.
Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. Condemned them with an overthrow. Making them an example.
Making them a what?
Example.
Making them an example. Go ahead.
Unto those that after should live ungodly.
Unto who?
Unto those that after should live ungodly.
Listen. Anytime somebody think about being gay, there's a story in the Bible called Sodom and Gomorrah, which should remind you why you shouldn't do it.
Right.
Because if you do it, you're going to get what they got.
That's right.
Like, that's what he's telling you. He's telling you to not do this, because if you do it, this is the example for people that comes after.
Right.
Damn.
When you stand before Christ and say you did it because of whatever, Christ is going to refer to Sodom and Gomorrah. I left you something to see what I was going to do to you, but you didn't believe it.
God damn.
Keep reading.
Verse 7. And delivered just Lot.
Who did he deliver?
Just Lot.
Who?
Just Lot.
What is this saying?
It's saying that, man, you can only choose out of everybody in your town, city, state, whatever, you can choose one person.
That's it. It ain't about having a lot of people. The Lord is quality over quantity. The Lord wants righteousness over sin.
That's right.
You understand? And if you living in darkness and you teaching your life through darkness, then you're not going to get saved.
That's right.
That's right.
You're not going to get it. That's it. He's showing you. Out of all the people in that town, he only saved Lot. Lot's daughter went with him.
Damn right.
But they're not mentioned. Because the Lord is dealing with the men.
That's right.
Lot's household was saved through Lot.
That's right.
And the first time somebody didn't listen to Lot, what happened to them?
Got turned to a pillar of
They
salt.
got turned to a pillar of salt.
Damn.
That's how important listening to your man is. Because the Lord gave instruction to Lot.
Right.
The angel gave instruction to Lot. Go out of the city and don't look back. Lot gave instruction to the family. Don't look back. The woman did what? Look back.
Look back.
She looked back at it. Look back at it.
Yeah.
That's what she did. And got turned into a pillar of salt.
Right.
Damn.
I'm just showing it to you. Go ahead, read the last part.
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Go ahead.
Verse 8.
This it right here.
For that for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Let me tell you, that's what we're living right now.
Damn.
We are looking at the lifestyle of the people, the brothers and the sisters in this world, and it's vexing our soul to see how far gone we are, how destroyed we are, how so behind we are. But the Lord only looking at those righteous men. And it's our job to pray for the wicked.
That's right.
It's our job not to say, you 2/3 and you gonna die. It's our job to see them, know they 2/3, know they walking toward the way of being 2/3, and saying, man, you gotta change, right? You gotta stop doing this. We study fighting for them. That's our job.
That's right.
Because if we don't do that, read verse 9.
Verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Listen, if you don't change, then on the day of judgment, you won't get the punishment.
God damn.
That's it. I'm done. It's a lot.
Real quick, sir.
Go
real
ahead.
quick before you go, man. What you brought out first in the beginning about the angels falling, and you broke it down being, you know what I'm saying, Israel. Yo, I feel like that is what half of the world is missing. When they read that book of Enoch, they always think fallen angels are some real angels, and that's how they created Noah. If you ever seen that movie Noah, that's how they had them big stone creatures being angels. You know what I'm saying? Because they were the ones that disobeyed the Most High.
Right.
Like, and I feel like this is why this is the home of the truth. And I want everybody to hear me, man. Yo, if your ears hear this, if you can hear, understand this, you've been chosen. Please don't play with the Most High. Because you got wicked people today that consider that verse literal. And they made a movie about it because they don't understand the word of the Most High. They don't have the Holy Spirit of the Most High, man. So they can't comprehend it in the way that we do it.
Right.
The way that we make stuff seem practical, you make it seem spooky. And I'm going to just say this, man. This is why you need to be in the I.S.U.P.K. under command of YAHANNA, man. Because I know for a fact that this is the only place the truth is at, man.
Right.
And I appreciate y'all for letting me join you in the class.
Right, man.
You know,
The water captain.
I
Look,
didn't
Captain.
mean to take over.
Priest and Captain Yachts is like, man, drilling the point home for every brother and sister out there, you know, who, you know, wants to learn from the mistakes of the past and become a better person, man. And with that, we're gonna close out the class. I'm gonna pass the class off to Priest and Officer Cal Kazai. Give him a hand, please.
That's right. Why not?
In front of the way.
Let's go there first. You already seen it.
Yeah, that's what we're
Let's
gonna
go there first. We got multiple spots, baby. You know what I'm saying? Be careful.
These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. The priest fund is a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. It's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets, the first day of the 7th month, Monday, the 6th September 2021, in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 and 25. We also have the annual sub-regional cookout in Houston, Texas on October 7th through 10th. Remind the occupant Akwathin to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And this concludes the I.S.U.P.K security announcements.
Alright, the water for that, priest. You know, with that, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and sisters in the class. Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.I.N, which means to stand. Alright. Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.I.N Shabbat, I.M.A.J.I.N Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Alright. Sar, which means turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, I.M.A.J.I.N Shabbat, I.M.A.J.I.N Barak, Yahweh Shema Daba Hashem Yahweh. Yahweh Shema Daba Hashem Yahweh. Alright, with that, we're going to close out the class. I'm going to do a little breakdown on that next time. You good.